Hello, hello, this is Jen. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an energy update, so welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're not new. Thank you for being here. Before I get into it, I want to say thank you for your support and all your comments on my last video. You have no idea how touched I was to read and to respond. My fun is to respond. I love replying to a comment, and mind you, I'm not putting these videos to get the comments, but I love replying because it's so wonderful that me, Jen, I live close on the suburbs of Montreal in Canada, can be speaking to someone across the globe. And I feel this bond with you guys. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for leaving a comment, a like, for listening. Thank you. So, March 24th today. Tomorrow is the 25th. We have a lunar eclipse and a full moon. And then we have the April 8th eclipse. And let me tell you guys, these eclipses are changing our lives forever. So get ready. Get ready. Seriously, get ready. And you're going to say, yeah, but how do I get ready? Introspection, alignment, being grounded. Whatever works as a meditation for you, do it. Do it. Go retrieve those messages that your higher self and your soul and your spiritual teams are sending to you. This is what's important. This is what matters. Sometimes it helps to listen to some videos, to some people, to card readings. Do what you need to do to get your answers. But listen to that voice, because it's getting pretty loud and it's not going to get quiet. So for a lot of people, it has been hectic in the past few months. I mean, I shared my story, and all of that I shared in my last video, I learned less than 6 months ago. I learned last fall what was going on with me. And I also said that things are being cleared out a lot faster, that I was able to clear out a lot of anger faster. And I want to share something when it comes to that. After putting up my last video, I was meditating, and maybe it was a few days after. And I was meditating and I was stuck on something. I was trying to forgive something in regards to my life story. And I couldn't find it inside of me. I couldn't find a way. I was just invaded by anger. And so I channeled. I called a trustworthy entity that I like to channel. And he gave me that answer. And I want to share his answer because it's very powerful. And please sit down if you're not sitting, because you're going to be amazed by what his answer was. My question was, how do I forgive this situation? How do I forgive this behavior, this thing that happened? And his answer was, sometimes you just don't forgive. It becomes a part of you and you build on that. How do you feel after hearing that? It's crazy. It's crazy because it's true. Sometimes we break our heads trying to be this light worker who forgives everything. And I knew it was kind of impossible, because some situations are life-altering and you just don't forget. You don't forgive either. And you don't move on. You build on that, because it was needed in your path. It was needed in your evolution. It was needed in your growth. And that's my story. And stories like that, everybody has one. You all have one. So my message here, if you're stuck trying to forgive something, maybe it's just part of you now and you build on that. And I'm tempted to say, go on, child, and live your life. So This full moon, eclipses, let's get into that. It's the season of love because it was just the spring equinox for this part of the world. Season of love, but also season of chaos. Chaos has been like a very popular theme, and we're not going to stop seeing chaos. I mean, if you're here in Montreal, you're probably seeing like a lot of like changes around and a lot of pressure. I'm saying Montreal, but you might be seeing that wherever you are. Pressure. That's usually the first start of chaos. But it's also the season of love. And I'm not talking mating season. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And some people might be feeling that in their hormones. But that's not what I'm talking about. It's the season of love. It's the season for us to open our hearts. Bigger, wider, longer, deeper, faster. What else? More. It's time to open our hearts more so that we can give more and receive more. Because when we're in chaos, we need to receive, but we also need to give. In order to receive, we need to give. So season of love, meaning that we are into a heart expansion, and we have been for a very long time. For many, many weeks, we've been working on upgrading that chakra so we can receive more from the divine, from source, in order to give more. So I want to put a message of let's support our brothers and sisters more, please. We all need it at different levels, on different terms, but we all need it. So let's do that, shall we, as a big family? It's also the rise of the light worker and unconditional love. That's why it's the season of love, because we want to bring more unconditional love to this earth. That's the purpose. That's why we're here. These eclipses will bring that, but it's never that simple or that easy. It often shows up through chaos or in chaos or through different or weird situations. But trust your instincts, intuition. Always trust your intuition. You'll know, where you need to give more love or to whom you need to give more love. Or if you're meeting in a phase where you're meeting new people, you'll know instantly if these people are part of your soul family or not, or at the same vibration as you. And you'll know right away if it's good for you to invest or not. Just pay attention to those signals. Is it time to invest or not? And just focus it where it needs to be. It's also a very big time for alignment of the feminine masculine energies. We've been working on that for years. Some of us for all of our lives, but we're going to see a different kind of alignment. We're going to see women becoming more in their feminine, because let's face it, for a lot of women, they were called to be in their masculine because of survival, because of having kids and living alone and stuff like that. So they had to be more in their masculine. And for a lot of us, we're receiving the message that it's time to just lay back a little bit, take a step back, not too far back, just a little bit back, and just like embrace the feminine, celebrate the feminine. There was the International Women's Day on March 8th. There was a lot of talk about that around that day. These kind of talks, though, they shall continue so that we can stop looking at women as the weak sex or the lower sex or the lower energy. It is not. Without the feminine energy, life cannot be created. So let's just honor that for a moment. Honor the body of a woman that can carry babies, that can create life. Let's also honor the body of the male that can create life as well. But that nurturing energy coming from the feminine is needed at that time. So all of us, male or female, we will be called to embody more of that feminine energy. Same thing for the masculine. It's going to tone down to be in harmony with the feminine. A lot of us also have been noticing how the old ways are no longer working. And I mean at large. Let's say you're used to, just to take a practical example, you're used to doing your makeup a specific way. Suddenly you're like, I can't get it right, or I cannot seem to get it right. And you start doing it in a different way, creating a new look for yourself. This is where we're at. And just to give a masculine example, let's say you're playing sports, golf, basketball, football, whatever. Let's say you weren't able to do a specific move or play. That will become an unlock for you after the eclipse. So we're in for a next 2 weeks that it's going to be a really, I want to say a wonderful ride, but I'm going to say colorful ride. Because it will be colorful. It will be very, very interesting. It's time to meet new people, make new connections, new associations, new collaborations. It's time to take a layer off and show yourself under a different light. And it's through those associations and collaborations that you'll be supported. And that's how it's going to become easier for you to express yourself and your new identity. Because eclipses like that bring new entities. Not entities, but identities. I'm sorry. They could bring new entities, but that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that they bring new identities for ourselves. So if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling like, hey, what I used to use as a performance indicator, I cannot use it anymore. It's no longer valid. So you're probably in between, searching for the next one. What's the next thing? And it's not here yet, but it is on its way. It is very much so on its way. Very, 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 very much so. Purpose has to be honored, and honored in the way that there's no more space to be doing things for the sake of doing things. There is space for doing things with a purpose. Even the most humble activity, like I'm going to say washing your floors. I use that example because it's such a nice moment to meditate for myself when I wash the floors. But hey, wash your floors with purpose now. If you haven't been doing it, wash it with purpose. What does that mean? You're going to have to figure it out on your own. I'm kidding. But yes, you're going to have to figure it out on your own. But also, washing your floor with purpose at its easiest and simplest expression, it means washing the floors, not being angry because you're doing a chore that you don't like, but doing it with love, a form of love. Doing it knowing that it's good for your floors, it's good for your environment, it's going to smell good after, and you're going to be happy to walk into your place next time. That kind of stuff. So look at everything that you're doing throughout your day. Simple stuff as brushing your teeth and your hair, and do it with purpose. Do it with adding just a little bit of salt and pepper, because when you cook without salt and pepper, it doesn't taste as good. So do it the same way. Add salt and pepper. And what's that? Love, awareness, consciousness, happiness. Do it while dancing. Do it while singing. Do it while I don't know, channeling. Do it in an upbeat, joyful kind of energy. That's going to bring the purpose. Because purpose is recognizing that things are sacred, that everything has a divine will and time, or timing, that we're always in constant exchange and communication with everything around, even stuff that look like they don't have life in them, like your kitchen table, like your soda stream machine. They do have a purpose. They serve a purpose in your life, and they do have life in them. So start looking at everything you do in your day and add a little bit more purpose into it, and you'll see what happens next for you. You're going to open up doors that you probably thought it was impossible to open. So go have fun. It's also a time, where we will understand why we needed to go through what we went through. And I'm talking about short, medium, long term. Because I know for a lot of people, December, January, February were extreme months where it was difficult, where it was hardship. You will now understand why. We needed to clear. It's always the same thing. We need to clear to make the space for what's new. But when we're in it, we don't see it. And if we were to see why, most of us would just sabotage it. So that's why we don't see it. That's why our spiritual team is so brilliant and intelligent to protect us from ourselves and our ego. And sometimes they don't reveal the whys to our questions. When that happens, all we can do is embrace it, accept it. It is what it is. Everything is sacred. Everything is divine. Everything has a divine will, timing, and purpose. So do it. Just do it, and then you'll know. But we are walking. Watch what happens after this lunar eclipse. We're going to be facing a thinner veil, a bigger opening, it's as if the channel between the cosmos and the earth will become wider, bigger, because more people will be ready to channel, more people will be open to channel, open to all that beautiful spiritual stuff. And it will attract more energy on earth. So more purpose, more love, more of everything. More of everything. So brace yourselves for what's coming, but at the same time, be laid back about it. Just like put yourself in a posture where you are receiving. And if that means sitting on the couch for hours, well, do that. And then take action. Because taking action is always part of the equation, the manifestation. But these eclipses will bring a lot. So just having the intention or the mindset that you are receiving will manifest that. And focus on the highest good of all. It's not a time to be a service to me. It's a time to be a service to all. We're all in this together, as I often say. We're all a big family. We're all brothers and sisters. What I do to me, I do to you. It goes for everyone on earth. It's just that some people are not aware of this. So love yourselves more. You're going to love me more. Haha. No, I'm kidding. But I'm not. Like, love yourselves more. Therefore, you're going to love other people more. And remember this. I'm just going to end this channeling with these wise words that I said earlier. If you're stuck on trying to forgive something, maybe it's time that you see it as it's now part of you. You don't forgive, it's just part of you, and you build on that. Reveal your new identity. You can follow me on social media at IndigoGirl555 on Instagram, Indigo Girl on Facebook. You can reach out by email if you wish to book a reading with me, or just reach out, indigogirl555@gmail.com. And until the next time, be well.